Hi, I'm Carla. I'm a Remax Life agent, and I'm here with Salim. Salim is also a Remax Life agent, and we work in help people to relocation in Panama. So today we're going to talk more about how does it cost to an expat live here in Panama, and any information that you want to know about Panama. So, Salim, begin with the most important, that is where to live, the rent.
Where to live and how much the rent is in Panama is very wide. I think I'm going to break it in areas. It's going to be easier to understand a little bit more about the vibe of the neighborhood, the lifestyle around it, and the prices, of course, which is very important. So I'm going to start with the old quarter, Casco Antiguo, Casco Viejo.
Okay.
It's a very small area in front of the ocean at the end of Avenida Balboa. We're talking about 12 streets and three avenues. You have a lot of fancy hotels, fancy restaurants, a lot of tourism, museums, churches. It's a very nice area to visit and to live. If you like the vibe of these old towns, rents will start around 12 to 1300 for a one bedroom. We're talking about long-term lease, a yearly lease. I'm saying this because the old town also allows Airbnb legally in Panama, which is a special thing. For a two bedroom, will start around 1800. Those are entry-level prices. Casco Viejo has luxurious buildings, so prices might be higher than those prices. To Avenida Balboa. Avenida Balboa is the huge avenue that is in front of the ocean with the big boardwalk, so it's amazing to go running. You have a lot of football, basketball courts, calisthenic bars, full of life, a lot of greenery. You have a marina there, and it's an avenue with a lot of high rises. So buildings that are 30, 35 years old and buildings that are 2-3 years old. So the prices vary a lot. If you go to the lowest price for a one bedroom in Avenida Balboa, would run around 13 to 1400 in an older building. And if you want to be in a newer building that is fancy with concierge service, with restaurants in the building and a spa, a huge pool, we're talking about 2000, 2200, 2500 for a one bedroom.
If more for people that want to live in the middle of the city, that want to have a city life.
It's the downtown of Panama. You are facing the ocean, so you have like these views amazing. But around you, you have the financial district on the left. You have Calle Uruguay on the right, which is a street that is full of restaurants and bars and coffee shops. I love it. You have Sisu there, which is the best coffee shop in Panama.
Amazing.
Gauchos, the oldest and the best steakhouse for me, is in Calle Uruguay. And 2 blocks behind, Calle 50, with all the banks and the big corporations, the financial district.
You are close to everything in the city.
And to be honest, the only downside of Avenida Balboa, and I can say it with some right on it because I've lived in Avenida Balboa for a lot of years, it's the noise. Because it's the biggest avenue.
The cars, the buses.
The Diablo Rojo. It happens. It's going to happen. If you're in a higher floor, you listen it less. And most of the condos, they have good windows. So it's not a problem.
Noise control that
exactly. Only when you're sitting in your balcony, you might hear it, but it's part of it.
Yes, it's part to live in the middle of everything.
And that's why I'm talking right now. The next zone will be Punta Pacifica, because Punta Pacifica is a good mix between Avenida Balboa, but without the high traffic and the noise, because it's a point which is outside of the main roads that connects directly to the downtown, because you're like 3 minutes from Avenida Balboa, 2 minutes from Multiplaza and the Pacifica Salud, the John Hopkins Hospital. You're around everything.
If you want to live close to the hospital, Punta Pacifica
it's the place to be. And in Punta Pacifica, you have a nice mix of very high-end residential areas and also high-end commercial areas. We have the GW Marriott that basically has, I think, like 8 or 10 restaurants and shops inside. On the other side of Punta Pacifica, you have the foodie, the organic store.
You have a lot of grocery shops from organic foods or
pharmacies, restaurants. For the pets too. I think you have
It's a very nice hood.
I love it. Very walkable. Oceanfront buildings in a lot of the corners of Punta Pacifica. You don't have noise because you don't have any avenue close to where the buildings are, besides a couple of buildings in the corners, which is normal. But Punta Pacifica is a great place to be. Rents are a little bit higher than in Avenida Balboa because it's more upscale. And it's very close to the big headquarters of Punta Pacifica, of Oceania and Torre las Americas.
We're here in
Oceania. So we know what you're talking about. We have here headquarters of Huawei. We have embassies. We have other multinational companies. And those people are used to pay rents a little bit higher because the company is backing them up.
Also, you can find a multicultural neighbors, like
100%.
Yes, people from
in general, Panama is multicultural. Everywhere you go, it's full of a mix of people. But it's true that Punta Pacifica is maybe more. You see it more in
culture, more people all around the world. And the English is a speaking language. It's usual to see people 100%. Speak English.
By the way, I had a dinner 2 days ago in Punta Pacifica in an Indian restaurant that just opened near to the foodie. And all the waitresses were speaking English. And I was surprised. Because you can communicate.
It's amazing. In Panama, in Punta Pacifica, you can find English, you can find people all around the world, and also the peace to be oceanfront is amazing.
And important
to wake up with the ocean is
important to mention. In Punta Pacifica, we have the most upscale neighborhood in Panama, which is Ocean Reef Islands. Those are two artificial islands, man-made islands that are connected to Panama City through a bridge in Punta Pacifica. So when we're talking about very, very high-end, top-notch areas, the most exclusive place in Panama right now is Ocean Reef. And since we're talking about prices and rents, we need to talk about it. So we're talking about 7,000 to 8,000 starting price for a 2-bedroom, because there's nothing smaller than a 2-bedroom in Ocean Reef.
If you want to live in the top area of Panama.
You have helipads, you have a marina in front of you. It's really amazing. Very, very impressive. Then in Punta Pacifica continent, the prices for a 1-bedroom will start around 2,000. And then a 2-bedroom will start around 2,500 and it goes up. I mean, you have penthouses that are renting for 10, 12, 13, 14,000. They're
with
the size of a
view.
I mean, we're talking about a villa in the sky, three floors in the 16 floors with a private pool. And hopefully we can have some footage to add it so we can see what we're talking about.
Yes. Amazing.
So that's Punta Pacifica. I love it. We're here. We work here. We're in the middle of everything. We walk to Multiplaza. We have the hospital right here.
Multiplaza is one of the biggest malls, and our mall with more luxury shops or luxury brands in Panama. So you can find restaurant, luxury brands, different shopping things. So it's one of the biggest is Albrook Mall and then Multiplaza.
Multiplaza is like the most visited in Panama City downtown area. And as Carla said, you can spend $5 if you want, or you can spend 5,000 if you want. There's for everybody's budget.
As Panama is for everybody's budget.
You're right.
So then we have, we already talked about Casco Antiguo, Punta Pacifica,
Avenida
Balboa. So
then I will continue about crossing the corredor, the bridge, with Costa del Este and Santa Maria. Those are newer neighborhoods that didn't exist 20 years ago. Costa del Este is already 20 years old. Santa Maria is 10 to 11 years old. Costa del Este is a very interesting mix between high-end residential and high-end commercial. Especially with the headquarters of these big multinationals, because they have a special law with tax incentives to be located in Costa del Este. We're talking about Procter & Gamble, DHL, Nestlé, Adidas, Halliburton, Microsoft, like big guys. And the rents in Costa del Este are also pretty high because of that mix of very high-end Panamanians and very high-end expats.
And you can find a single house family and an apartment that in the city is not so
that common. You're right.
That's not
in
common.
One neighborhood.
And
it's basically because Costa del Este, when it was created, in 2003 or 4,
Yeah.
it was intended to be a high-end residential area for wealthy Panamanian families.
Yes.
And then when Panama approved and passed the laws, the SEM law,
Yes.
to bring those multinational companies to make their
Oh,
headquarters,
yeah.
they went and put them in Costa del Este, and then we had like another market to attend.
That's why the family moved to Santa Maria.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, amazing.
So
Yeah.
10 years later, with Santa Maria, you don't have that mix of commercial
Yes.
and residential together. Santa Maria is an enclosed community around the Gulf, designed by Jack Nicklaus. It's very beautiful, very high-end. You have like houses and mansions that are like $10 million. And the entry-level prices for a condo, I would say around 350 to 400 for the smaller units. Talking back about the rents, Santa Maria has high rents because it's very exclusive.
Yeah.
So the 2 bedrooms will start around almost 3,000, like 2,700, 2,800.
I think Santa Maria is for you if you are looking for a place where combine luxury with a family environment.
Totally.
So if you are looking for that,
Which
Santa
is something
Maria
that
is
Costa
an
del
option.
Este doesn't have like Santa Maria.
Yes.
And they're so close to each other. And basically most of the people that are living in Santa Maria, they work in Costa del Este.
Yes.
Because it's
They're
a
so close.
5-minute drive.
Yeah.
Not even, you have like a direct access from Santa Maria to Costa del Este. But the vibe is so different.
Yes.
In Santa Maria, right now, if you go there, you're going to have kids walking by themselves in their bikes, going to play soccer. While in Costa del Este, you have traffic in the streets.
Yes,
so
also Santa Maria is that the entire community is gated.
Exactly.
So Costa del Este, you have each community with a gated community, but not everything.
It's clusters and the buildings, but in the street, it's a public road.
Yes.
So you have like supermarkets and shops, and everybody goes to buy stuff there. You have the town center mall with the Pacifica Salud, the John Hopkins Hospital too there. So it's like a new city.
Yes.
Costa del Este will be the new town, and Santa Maria will be the golf course community close to it.
And close to the city. Because it's like 15 minutes by car to the city.
Yeah, I would say maybe even less, unless you're hitting traffic, and then that 15 minutes become half an hour.
Yeah.
But like everywhere in the world, when it's...
It all depends about the hour you're in the car.
We're being very honest and straightforward. Rush hour is rush hour in Panama, in Toronto, in Montreal, and in Paris.
Yes,
so...
And also you have the direct entrance with the Corredor Sur.
That's great for a lot of the expat community. It's so close to the airport.
Yeah.
So if the airport is close from Panama City in general. So if you're in Avenida Balboa, it's going to take you, let's say, 25 minutes to get to the airport. If you're in Santa Maria, Costa del Este, it's going to take you 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yeah.
So nothing about commuting for an hour and a half to take an airplane. Unless you leave Panama City, then you need to drive more.
Yes. Okay. So Costa del Este, Santa Maria. Left one?
I think I will go with San Francisco and El Cangrejo. I find some similarities in the neighborhoods. San Francisco used to be an area that only had houses, like 40 years ago. And with the real estate boom of Panama in the last 20 years, it became like a residential area with a lot of high rises. And interesting, the houses that haven't been sold for buildings now are turning into commercial venues.
Yes.
So we have the culinary scene of Panama is in San Francisco. I would say more than 50 restaurants. I think there's more than 200, but I don't want to say something nonsense without the number. But Panama has, I think, 4 or 5 restaurants that are in the 50 best of Latin America. And in San Francisco, there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them, yes. So, like Cantina del Tigre.
Cantina del Tigre, you have Maito.
Maito, yes.
And you have La Tapa del Coco.
Yes, La Tapa del Coco. Delicious.
They're all very good. You have a lot of other restaurants that are lovely. Food is delicious.
Pizza Verace.
Pizza Verace is the best pizza in Panama and one of the best of the world. What else can I mention? You have La Pulperia, Al-Andalus.
You have a lot of options in restaurants.
From very old school restaurants that have been open for 20 years and brand new restaurants that are like more innovative. You have also some rooftops. You have
with an amazing views in the 90s. It's beautiful, the city.
So San Francisco rents, I would say that 1 bedroom will start around 950 to 1,000. 2 bedrooms will start around 1,100 to 1,200. And then it goes up, of course, because you have some high-end buildings that are matching the prices of Punta Pacifica
I
and
think
Costa del Este.
it's more like a young couple profile. Like you can also, if you have family, you can enjoy it, but young couple can fit better in San Francisco area. So, and in El Cangrejo.
El Cangrejo too, I love it. El Cangrejo used to be the best area of Panama in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
So very walkable area. You have a lot of sidewalks. You have a big park in the middle. And it's a very nice mix of like these buildings of the 70s with a very nice touch of architectural design from back in the day. And you have newer buildings very close. You're in the middle of downtown. So you have Via Argentina, which is the main street of El Cangrejo, the crab town. You have Via España with the subway. And in the back, you have Transísmica. Both Via España and Transísmica are arteries of Panama City. They cross the whole city. So in the middle, you have El Cangrejo with this hipster vibe. You have a lot of young people and also families and older people. So you have like this community living in downtown, but with this community feeling.
Yes, and you will find one of the biggest park in the city, and in this park you will find very activities in the weekends.
Yeah, they do a lot of events, they do concerts, they do like activations,
and
things for the pets.
And if you want to live in a community that has a strong sense of community, El Cangrejo is
in downtown
option.
Panama City. That will be like we're talking about downtown living, buildings, like you have commercial. That will be the only place where I can say that you have this sense of community very strong. Because the rest of the areas, we didn't spoke about prices before switching to the other areas. El Cangrejo is a little bit cheaper because you have older buildings that are like 30, 40 years old. You can find 2 bedrooms starting around 900 to 1,000. And then you have newer buildings for the same 2 bedroom. You will pay 1,200, 1,300s. But
So you can also find an unusual big apartment in the city.
That's true. You can find like these old school buildings.
If you want a lot of space, El Cangrejo, you will find
can get
options.
Like a 2,000, 3,000 square feet apartment in El Cangrejo, and you will pay like, I would say, 12 to 1,500, depending if it's furnished or how furnished, how are the appliances. But this is something that if you go to Punta Pacifica, Avenida Balboa, Costa del Este, the same size, you will pay 3,000, 4,000. So definitely important to know that you have, of course, those buildings won't have a gym, a pool, a sauna like the other.
Old buildings, but if you matter about the space, you can find there.
And then you mentioned community, and I want to talk about quickly a couple of areas in Panama City that have this community feeling, very family oriented, very green. So we're talking about Clayton and Albrook in Panama City. And then just crossing the Bridge of Americas, like literally you cross the bridge and you turn left in the first street and you have Panama Pacifico, which is also a super green area, massive. It's growing. I think you have like 5,000 or 6,000 people living today. That is going to explode because they're doing major infrastructure investments there.
It's a lot happening around it.
The metro is about to open in the next 8 months. Then it's going to have
the highway
shopping
to the
center,
beach.
a private hospital that is coming. You already have an international airport in Panama Pacifico. I think they have like 5 or 6 schools.
5 international schools.
Man, you have headquarters of big multinational companies like Dell, 3M.
It's a very interesting area. Clayton, Albrook, and Panama Pacifico is full oriented by family. If you want to raise your kids in a family environment, involved of nature, in the middle of nature, trails, you want that they can truly have the kids' experience to be kids. In Panama Pacifico, Clayton or Albrook is the area.
It's like another city, basically, another country. It feels so different. And that's Panama in general, it applies for the city and the country. Panama feels like a lot of countries within the country. And Panama City feels like different cities within the same city. Because the vibe is so different depending on the neighborhood and the community that you have in that neighborhood. So it's definitely areas to visit and to stay a couple of days and to understand the feeling and the vibe and the people and what do you connect with and what are you looking as a lifestyle when you move to Panama, because there's so many options.
Yeah.
You can feel like the rush of a downtown, like Avenida Balboa, Miami vibe with like big high rises and a lot of movement. And you can take your car and drive 10 minutes and be in Albrook, Clayton or Panama Pacifico and feel like you are in the countryside in a small village.
Yes.
So it's so diverse and so close.
Yes. Amazing. So we already talked about the rent. So now we have to talk about the daily life. Supermarkets. How much can cost a month supermarket for family? For a family of the parents and 2 kids.
Okay, so I'm going to go first for a couple and then I'm going to add the kids.
Yes.
And I would like to mention that you have different ways to do it.
Yeah.
One thing is to go to one supermarket and buy everything.
Yeah.
And you will pay a price. Then you will understand, being in Panama, that depending where you go and purchase your goods, you will pay a different price.
Yeah.
So we have public markets that are
amazing.
That are very nice.
Clean, with
they redid most of them in the last years, so they all have AC, they all have parking.
Very safe.
Very safe.
Very
San Felipe
safe.
Neri, which is the one between Avenida Balboa and the Casco. You can buy fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh meats for a very decent price. I would say probably 30-40% less than the supermarket price. And
in a good quality.
Very good quality.
Yeah.
And then living in Panama, when you're driving, you will figure out that at some red lights, you have people selling fruits and veggies for an amazing price. So most of the bags cost $1.
Yes.
So if you go with $5,
you can buy like 10 bananas for $1.
For $1.
Yes.
And they have these tomatoes. I think it's 4 or 5 tomatoes for $1.
For $1,
and the same like carrots,
avocado,
everything.
Yes, you can.
So
find
it really depends where do you buy and how do you buy it. So that's why I'm going to give ranges. So I would say for a couple that are not on a budget, they're buying what they want, they're eating what they want, they will spend around $300 to $400 a month in groceries, eating good food.
Good food,
I'm not talking like restraining themselves. The quality of the food in Panama is premium.
Yeah. That's another question. What do you think about to compare maybe the food here about organic or not organic? You think it's a big difference, or?
I think it's a massive difference because Panama being in the tropics, we are blessed with the weather and how to grow food and how to grow cattle. So talking about meat, for example, in Panama, there is not one cow that is grain-fed.
Yeah.
Basically because grass is growing all the time because it's raining and we have sun all year long.
You don't need so much chemicals and things to do artificial.
No, it's not that common. I mean, there's some areas where probably some crops are sprayed for some stuff.
Yes.
I clean my veggies and my fruits with baking soda and vinegar. Just because this is something that everybody should do, unless you're growing your own crops and you know what did you put in it.
Yeah.
But beside that, the meats and the veggies in general are very well grown. They're more natural in other countries. It's basically because we can do it.
Yes.
The weather allows it.
The weather allows.
Like things, basically Panama, nature grows by itself. We are the one controlling it, because if we just disappear, this will be a jungle in 10 years.
In Panama, it's common to have a mango tree in your backyard, or a lemon tree.
Carla, you have 4 papaya trees behind you.
Okay, yes. Okay.
With papayas.
We can take the papaya.
Exactly. I'm planning to take that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we're kidding, but that's the reality of what we're talking.
Yes.
I mean, of course, if you come to Panama and you want to eat, what I would say, I don't know, like kiwi. Kiwi is not grown in Panama.
Or berries, or
we have strawberries growing in Panama in the northern part, in Volcan and Boquete, which is the highlands.
Things like berries, strawberries, lettuce, things that grow in more cold weather. We have Chiriquí.
But everything that is like very cold doesn't grow in Panama. So it's imported. And you will see the difference in prices when you go to a public market within the local and the imported goods.
Yes.
So yeah, for two people, I would say 300 to 400.
Yes.
If you're not restraining yourself, you're buying
Eating
like
well.
very well. You
Eating
eat like you eat good meats.
Yes.
You know, like poultry, beef, fish,
Yes.
and then you can make it lower by using what I said. Like, okay, what if you go to the San Felipe Neri every week to do your groceries,
Yes.
and then you cross to the Mercado de Marisco, which is the fish market, which is in front.
Fresh, because
Super fresh, super cheap.
yes, you see the seafood come at 5 a.m. The fishers come with the food and it's fresh. It's day fish.
Yeah, it's super fresh. It's super cheap compared to the prices that you pay in a
Yes.
supermarket, which is the same product. But it smells. That's the thing. That's why
Yes.
people pay to go to a supermarket more,
Yeah.
because going to a fish market is always going to smell.
But
at the end,
if
it's
you want
options.
to eat a fresh seafood,
Yeah, and pay less, you
have
go to the
go-
fish
yes,
market.
you go to the
Totally
fish.
right.
But also you have delivers. I'm not
You're
about
right.
people deliver you the seafood right to your house from the seafood market to your house. And yes.
So talking about groceries, I can tell you how I do it myself. I buy different things in different places.
Yes, as I.
So
I
I will go to Rivas Meat maybe to find something. For
Yes.
example, I'm in love with the coconut water of Rivas Meat.
Yes.
Ask me why. I don't know. I just love it. So I
Yes.
buy it there, and a couple of other goods. I love their bread too. But then my fruits and my veggies, I will buy them on the street, in a red light, in a
Yes.
chinito, in the market with my...
I think the highest price you can pay is like for a family, a complete family, and eating organic things, like the highest, I think maybe 800.
Yeah, 800 will be
But the
big family.
highest, yes, big family,
A big family,
eating
and
organic.
you're buying like
GMO,
very
everything.
very niche product that are organic. We have a store called
Yes.
Organica Store,
Yes.
where I go and I buy a lot of stuff, usually more about personal healthcare, like deodorant and like these kind of things that
Yes.
are chemical, and I try to find the organic thing.
It's the highest budget that you
Yeah,
can.
that will be the highest
for
budget.
a big family eating the best to the best.
Yeah.
So yes, supermarket, rent, and schools for family. How about school in Panama?
Well, schools in Panama, you have private schools, which are international schools that
Yes.
your kid is going to be speaking Spanish, English, or Italian or French or German. You have a variety of schools. And I would say that the prices are starting around 375 a month,
Yes.
all the way to 1,000, 1,100 for the very high-end schools.
The very highest, yes. It's that in between you can find in, I think you can find 275 maybe.
Yeah, there's private schools.
And a good private school.
Yeah, like La Salle,
yes.
like El Javier, that are very affordable.
Yes.
Those are big renowned schools. Yeah, I can tell you, my kid is going to the Italian school. It's costing me right now 375 a month.
Yes.
Because he's 4 years old, and when he's going to grow up, it's going to be a little bit higher.
Yes.
But when I was looking, I also saw, for example, the French school, which was, I think, 850 a month for the same age.
Yeah.
And those are the variations.
And in the way of the culture, the kids, you will find a kid for every culture. It's not like
it's a melting
your kid
pot.
gonna feel reject or something like that, because my kid is in an international school and had friends from USA, from Canada, and everybody feel part of the class.
Yeah.
So,
it's a thing that you see in kids and in grown-ups. Panama is a melting pot.
Yes.
We are a very mixed community living here. And that's one of the special things that Panama has that no other country has. I mean, I have never seen it like this.
Yes, because we used to receive people all around the world. Our history is about to be in a bridge.
Yeah.
So we receive a lot of people. So I think we covered a lot of things. Right now we have to do again with other topics.
Sure.
So thank you. And if you have doubt, you can leave in the comments. And if you want help to relocation to Panama, you can write us. Thank you.